What is the paragraph of life is what I would like to speak with you today about. Now, everybody knows about, oh, my life story, or we're all here writing our own, book of life, walking our own path, doing our own thing, creating our little movie, however you want to sort of put it out there, okay? So I was having this meditation. I do a lot of meditating. And, as Eckhart Tolle says, silence speaks. And I get a lot of answers in that time. And I have no idea why I got this, but I thought I'd share it with you because I thought, well, you know what, actually, that's actually really profound. And I've got to be honest, a lot of the meditations that I get, the answers that I get are deeply profound. I have no clue where they come from because it's definitely not me. I'm just like getting this message and I go, okay, wow. Makes no sense sometimes when it's unfolding. But when I get it, it's like, wow, that's incredible. Okay, thank you. That was great. And this paragraph of life was one of it. So I was looking, it said break down the word paragraph. And, it's like it's like parrot, like paraphrase. Para, it's that repeat thing, isn't it? I think of paraphrase, which is, repeating back, isn't it? I'm not even sure exactly what exactly para means, and I should actually look that up. I should have actually looked at that before having this video recorded. But that's something perhaps that you could actually do. Now, what was interesting is that it pulled out the word AR, para. So I thought, okay, well, AR is okay, when you make the sound. Now, if you notice, there's two sounds that like the Buddhist monks make, is Om and Ah. Om is connecting, as far as I know, to the divine, and the Ah is in the word. Wayne Dwyer talks about this a lot, actually, about it's a sound of the manifestation. It's a sound of connecting with God and creation, okay? And when I say God, I use that loosely in the terms of connecting to the energetic field. Whatever your label is what your label is, okay? So it's the same thing, it's just a different label, okay? And what he talks about is, if you think about it, it's is in God, Buddha, Ra, so he said effectively it's a frequency that he said that he learnt was the sound of the creator, whatever that means for you, okay? So it came in that this the paraphrase that came out is that the is in the para, and then the graph is the chart of your life. It's how your chart goes. So what visually came up for me were bar charts, and then it also flipped to a line, as in like this is your path, and it can go up and down like this, can't it? Like, and bar charts too, they go up and they go down, they up and they go down, they up and they go down. And this is how life is for us. And this is what it was saying, is that, we focus, there's so much talk about your whole life story, getting your whole life story right, knowing what it is that you're doing, how it rolls out. It's the movie of life, the path of life, the song of life, the whatever it is, of your life. But what the focus here is that, and it's so true, is that a lot of people don't know what their story is. They don't know why they're here. They don't know what they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to be rolling out in life. And quite often, in NLP terms, as a coach, I like to do something called chunking down. So it's like we might find out what your goal is and you work backwards and you chunk it down, chunk it down, chunk it down, chunk it down. But sometimes you have to work the other way, because you don't know what's going to come next. You might know where, if you're fortunate enough, if you've had coaching, if you've directed enough, if you had enough support in life, you are kind of have a set direction, which is how I like to work with my clients, is like, let's get clear on where your general direction is. It doesn't have to be solid, but as long as you're getting on the path to kind of where you're wanting to go, how you roll out is different. And this is where I think the paragraph is coming into play. It's kind of like that whole thing of when you're driving, the analogy that I use of when you're driving at night and you're in the dark, you've got your headlights on, you don't know, you can't see a mile, 2 Ks out from where you are. You can only see a certain distance in front of your car. And it's the same sort of thing. It's like, you just know that you're on the right track and you just trust that it will unfold. Okay. Now, sometimes what I was saying in this instance, it's the same thing like with a paragraph. You just write the next paragraph of your story. You just go, okay, the same analogy is that I am, creating my life. My paraphrase, I keep repeating things. If you haven't got the right like the parrot that is negative, there's if you haven't looked at that video, go have a look at it. It's my parrot shoes. It's in my Vicky Jane channel, where you have negative rhetoric that keeps on going. It's like a little parrot that sits on your shoulder and just in your ear the whole time. That parrot is on, and it's para, you're going to create whatever it is you do not want to create. Your R in that word, para, is going to help you to create something you do not want to create. So you are aligning your energetic force. If you've ever watched The Secret, if you're aligning to whatever it is that you don't want, then you're going to manifest what you don't want. So you have to silence that parrot. Okay, you have to, maybe the better way, if I'm honest, is to have a conversation with the parrot, find out what it is that it needs in order to be quiet. Okay, I think that would be a more healing approach to it, if I'm honest. And how can we change it to a song or sayings that are going to be enhancing and positive for you, as opposed to something that's going to help you manifest what you don't want. Let's help train the parrot, the para, to learn things that are going to help you get to the new paragraph of your life, and then ultimately lots of paragraphs that will get you to your final destination, which is your life story. Okay, so writing out paragraph by paragraph. Now, sometimes people have got so much overwhelm. There's another way that I looked at, that I got in this moment as well, was that sometimes you're in so much overwhelm, there's so much going on in your life, that negative stuff that is seemingly out of your control, and sometimes genuinely out of your control, like stuff happens, pandemics, perfect example. Nobody saw that coming. Well, maybe some psychics, I don't know. But you have what I call disruptors in your field, and it's like boom, and you're like knocked on your backside, and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Okay, sometimes then you're going, well, I thought I was going over there, but now suddenly, whoop, I'm over here. Okay. Now, sometimes those big disruptors happen for good, but you just don't know it. And sometimes people have to then go right back to the basics and start writing the paragraphs again. It's like doing your outline of your story. It's like, okay, let's adjust it. If something, as I often say, rejection is for your protection and also for redirection. So sometimes you think that that's actually where you're supposed to or want to be going. You always thought that that was it. But actually, the universe has something better for you on this line. So it might still be in line with, it could be completely different. But it's just saying, sweetheart, you need to write a new story, and you need to start with a new paragraph. And how that last one of that other video that I've recently done about circumstances reveal the man, okay, the woman, as whatever the case might be, and really it reveals the spirit that lies within, in the healed ones, or the more healed. Sometimes it's giving you the opportunity to shortcut actually to a better destination. But sometimes you have to go back to basics, write your outline of your story again, and start writing paragraph. And like, you don't know what's going to come next. You don't know if, you know, because of the life, the universe, and everything is throwing all the stuff at you, which seems like crap, to be honest. And you're like, holy cow, I don't want that. I never asked for this. This is not what I asked for. This is, I wanted to go here. And the universe is going, I've got something better for you, a better story to write. Let me help you. Start with the paragraph. Okay? So if you're having a lot of chaos and issues in your life, just go, what's the lesson? What's the gold in this? And what's, you know, even if you don't know what that answer is right now, I would say meditate. It was interesting. A leaf literally fell, I'm not even under a tree, and it literally landed in my hand. It's like this gift of God, a leaf out of your own book. Oh my goodness. Really? You got to start writing your new story. You've just got to writing your new story, and you start at the beginning. You write your first paragraph, and you don't know where the lights, you don't know what, you're like driving in the dark. You don't know 2 feet in front of you if it's foggy. You don't know, but you know you're on a road, right? You're still here. How you are in that car, you can be angry, you can be beefed at whatever's happened, or you can go, do you know what? This is an opportunity for us to write a new story. Let's do it. Let's write a new paragraph. So, what's your paragraph? Have a think about that today. Let me know how you get on. If you like this, please thumbs up, likes, share, subscribe, and hop over to the Vicky Jane group as well. Very welcome to have you in there. It's free, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.